Morning. It's Vijay here. Today is Monday, 16th of June, 2025. Welcome to yet another episode of Pre-Market Commentary. Certainly, this week will be a very, very busy week because that not only the war between Iran and Israel is happening, and we don't know whether we'll get a ceasefire this week or when, if at all, we'll get a ceasefire. So, apart from that, there are a lot of economic issues, meetings. But generally, when you look at it, say, there's a proverb which says, tomorrow is often the busiest day of the week. I feel every day of this week will be a very busy week. So, you have a stock split of Bajaj Finance, you have the US Fed rate decision macro, then you have the G7 summit where a prime minister attending. Incidentally, Bajaj Finance got split and bonus issue. So these are the what I would say the three major events: Fed rate decision and G7 summit are significant macro events. Apart from the Iran and Israel war. So it is escalating, but the markets are reacting very differently. I mentioned yesterday, you see how markets will react not exactly as what we think they will react. There are also IPOs coming this week. Number of IPOs which are coming. The biggest one of them is Oswald Pumps with 1387 crores. You got Aris Infra, Myashil Ventures, Influx Health Tech, small companies, 58 crores, 60 crores, and all. The biggest one of them all is Oswald Pumps at about 1400 crores and Aris Infra Solutions, which is about 500 crores. So that is also one needs to keep in mind because liquidity will go there. So last week, what happened? Markets gave up the gains of the previous week. Sensex and Nifty were down 1%, understandably so because of the Iran-Israel issue. Broader markets underperformed actually with respect to so Nifty Bank and Mid Cap Index both falling 2% each, more than the Nifty and Sensex. The defensives came into play, which may also come into play this time. The pharma and IT gained the most this week, with sectoral indices up by 2 to 3%. If you look at the broader market, 35 Nifty stocks actually closed in negative. Eternal, that is Zomato, Adani Ports, Tata Steel, and were the top losers. Adani Ports in Haifa, there was some rumor, there was some news that it has been bombed. Adani spokesperson says it has not been bombed. So Adani Port is safe in Haifa, but you never know. It is in the war zone, so there is always that may be under pressure this week because anytime anything can happen in terms of war. So Tech Mahindra, ONGC, Wipro, Grasim, HCL Tech, DLRL were the top Nifty gainers last week. The capital marketplace were the top mid-cap losers. Certainly so, because if the index is under pressure, volumes come low, then the capital market companies will not do as well as normal under normal circumstances. Angel One was the biggest loser. BSE continued to come down. Paytm was very volatile, and CAM and CDS again related to capital market, and United Spirits all because of the Maharashtra government imposed some restrictions. So these are things which one can look at. But pharma and IT, I think, may be in focus. So on Friday, we had FIS continue to sell 1,200 crores, but DIS bought about 3,000 crores. The net investment was positive. That is why probably you saw the opening was the low for the Nifty and closing was near the high. Dow Jones and European markets all closed lower, but Dow Jones futures is up, S&P futures up, and Nasdaq futures is neither here nor there. Nasdaq 100 futures I'm talking of is neither here nor there. Then what are the other global clues? Our dollar index surprisingly has not gone up. It is now at 98.23. 10-year bond yield has not shot up, unlike what should have happened in uncertain environment. It's at 4.42. Brent crude rose up to around 77 and odd on Friday. Today it is down below 75, which is again, the market has taken a mature view. Also, you must remember that Iran supplies about 2.5 to 3% of the oil requirement of the globe, and mostly it is to China. So it's very unlikely that China will keep quiet when there is this war going on. I'm sure behind the scenes, China is active, Russia is active, as well as US. US, of course, Trump says he's very active. So I'm expecting, let's say, quick resolution to this. However, most astrologers and financial astrologers are talking of it being a long drawn war, People are talking it's going to be a nuclear war. I don't know at this point of time, with whatever little knowledge we have and how the markets are behaving and how the global leaders are behaving, it's unlikely to be long drawn, in my opinion. So that is as far as this one is concerned. So today, Hang Seng, you see, again, opening low was the low, and then from there, it is now almost near the day's high. Of course, the day is still long. One doesn't know what will happen. Take case of Nikkei also. Nikkei was the opening low, and then buying started, but then there is buying and selling, and right now it is trading near the high of the day. But we still have half a day to go as far as Nikkei is concerned. What are the other stocks to watch? S Bank, Moody's has upgraded the bank rating, so it should be under some buying may be seen in S Bank. We hold S Bank, IndusInd Bank. RBI has approved, but many broking houses have said have downgraded IndusInd Bank, so IndusInd Bank could be under pressure. Tata Motors, Moody's has raised Jaguar Land Rover rating to BA1 from BA2, which means any stability in the market, I think Tata Motors will be bought. So there are basically any trader or investor has got three choices: buy, hold, or sell. So if you are very bearish, if you think that this war will go on for a long time, like a lot of astrologers are thinking, and they're expecting 21,000, some people are expecting 18,000, then maybe those guys will sell. Then the buyers will be people who are really knowing inside information. So I would watch both the buyers and sellers, how the prices move in the first half an hour, 1 hour, and then continue to. So what we are doing is we are holding our stocks. We are not thinking of selling at all. Certainly buying, if we get funds, then we will enter and buy. Today is also a free day where I show my trades. They are likely to be all on the long side. We have not shorted since about 12 months, and it has worked out very well for us. So I don't want to leave it at this point of time, except that these conditions right now are very dangerous for overall geopolitical. But the markets know best. The prices will show us what to do. Hopefully, we will be able to participate today on the long side. If not, then I will just keep quiet. So this is what I plan to do. And whatever you do, I hope it is successful.